Happy 18th birthday. I have a surprise for you. You've been drafted and are going to Vietnam, Switzerland in both world wars. I've mastered the ability of standing so incredibly still that I become invisible to the eye. Watch. Cavemen 300,000 years ago. The rocks they just banged together over a dry tree stump. World. Do you seriously need so many Dane colonies? Britain. You wouldn't get it. WW1 soldiers looking down on the Area 51 raiders who think that superior numbers will overwhelm a heavily fortified base. Knights vs samurai is the dumbest debate ever. What period? What armor? What weapons? What area? A 16th century artillery samurai would obliterate a 9th century knight, and in the same regard a 16th century knight would destroy a Genpei war period samurai. Actually fair enough, we should just shut the hell up about that. Everyone else during World War I. But I hate this gas masks, you can't see shit. Russians. You guys are getting masks. Nobody. Switzerland when choosing sides. Nobody. Habsburgs. Latin American. Man, I sure love free and democratic elections. United States. Allow us to introduce ourselves. All the roads in the world. All the railroads in the world. All the seaports in the world. Japan's allies in May 1945. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Polio. European leaders dividing up the Ottoman Empire. I'm not very good at it. But it doesn't matter. Germany asking Mexico to invade America. England intercepting the message. Ottoman soldiers after a battle with Vlad the Impaler. Oh look at that, I've been impaled. Things adults shouldn't believe in anymore. Testing nukes in the desert for an isolated testing environment. Testing a nuke which shatters the windows of anything 900 kilometers away. Nuking some island in the Pacific and getting mad at New Zealand when they try to stop you. Testing nukes suspiciously close to where the natives live. People who play Assassin's Creed. History teachers. How I greet my friends in public. When I'm alone. When I'm with my mom. Slavada Island. I hope to use all 8 of my years in office to establish socialism in Chile. Augusto Pinochet. 3 Take it or leave it. Ottoman Empire. Decriminalizes homosexuality in 1858. Rest of the world. I don't know, man, seems kinda gay to me. American. So how many countries did the UK use to control? UK. Inhales. Pimples. 0. Blackheads. 0. Mitsubishi A6M. 0. People in the East after World War I. Hey you're going to draw the borders well, right? Britain. I'm not very good at it. But it doesn't matter. The world's most comfortable prisons. Stalin when his son got caught as a prisoner of war. I've never met this man in life. Who would buy Belle Delphine bath water? Ancient Roman selling gladiator sweat. Time traveler. What you watching? Me. A documentary on the British Empire. Time traveler. Which British Empire? Me. Chinese generals when they flood the Yellow River to slow down the Japanese advance, but they end up drowning 500,000 civilians. Spartans throwing away babies with weaknesses. Athens. The gene pool. Discovering something that doesn't exist. A country that hasn't done something bad in its history. If a single cow had died on the journey, the Viking settlement in America might have survived. But the Vikings discovered America first. Shut. Court says Columbus' voyage started the era of European colonization, changing world history forever, whereas the world would look the same, even if Leif Erikson never set sail. That's the difference between a historical moment and a footnote of history. Hello potential colonial subject, we like this fruit, what is it called? Ananas. Great. A stutterer. Well, it's a fruit, looks like a pine cone. It's obviously a lol. Spear goes bra. Plate mail, son. Specifically made to deflect spears. You can't hurt me, pleb. Why are you just keep charging towards me? Spear is the king of weapons. How many rights should we give the people? Hella. Get shot, ignored, bullet in neck. Spends last moments confronting dying wife. Robert Livingston and James Monroe after France offered them all of the Louisiana Territory for $50 million when they only wanted to buy New Orleans for $10 million. Thou shalt not kill. Crusaders and Conquistadors. The first Polish dictionary is written 1746. Yeah, that's a horse. American settlers, we are going on a war, wanna join? French, no. Americans, it's against the British. French. The city of Istanbul, Istanbul, the city of Istanbul, the city of Constantinople. Friend, why so many British World War II guns have magazine on the side, or on the top? Me, so during World War I soldiers were fighting in trenches. Friend, what it has to do with World War II guns? Me, we get there when we get there. I dare you to charge into a heavily fortified trench system, armed with machine guns, snipers and artillery. World War I troops. That's not a dare, that's Tuesday. Romulus, what should we name this great city? Remus, Reem. Romulus, sharpening spear. I have a better idea. How to plan a trip to Jerusalem. Google. Bing. What happens in 1 minute? 70,000 hours of Netflix watched. 3 million videos watched on Snapchat. Google is asked 2.4 million questions. Denmark surrenders. The Tower of Pisa, after sinking into the soil and beginning to tilt in 1178. I'm gonna stay up for a while. You're going on a vacation from your home in Africa. It's the 1700s. You're going to the New World. Germany starts Operation Barbarossa. Also Germany 2 years later. Why do I hear Soviet march? Finnish soldiers when Soviets forced them to remove Germans from Finland, according to peace terms in 1944. How to cook rice. Google. Bing. Democrats and Whigs, the balance between slave states and non-slave states is very precarious right now. We cannot do anything to upset this delegate. John Tyler. Teenagers storm Area 51 and dies like idiots. French who raided La Bastille. Shame. Turkey's foreign minister, we are proud, because our history has never had any genocides and no colonialism. Kowalski analysis. Therapist, talking snow doesn't exist, it can't hurt you. Talking snow. Starving French peasants. Marie Antoinette. Crushing Serbia will be as easy as crushing an ant. Please don't hurt me. The UN Security Council upon learning about an active genocide. What do you mean you're being murdered? That's illegal, people can't do that. When no one is talking about the 50th anniversary of the launch of Apollo 11. Sad moon noises. Greek gods. Exists. Romans. Mods and texture packs. Friend, why so many British World War II guns have magazine on the side, or on the top? Me, so during World War I soldiers were fighting in trenches. Friend, what it has to do with World War II guns? Me, we get there when we get there. Are you going to sleep? Yes I am. Now shut up. Einstein's last words were to a nurse, but she couldn't understand German and his last words were lost forever. No, I did not include economics. Why? Is that something that will tangibly improve human existence? Every Vietnam meme, the trees are speaking Vietnamese. Those who don't know the casualty ratio. Those who know the casualty ratio. 1981. What's going on in Springfield, Missouri? USDA. I got nervous, and I just started putting cheese in caves. Okay. The Greeks were so full of wisdom. I know, right? So civilized too. No, man is a featherless biped. Behold, a man. Mom, can you give me entrenching tools? To dig trenches. Yes. Actually uses it as a melee weapon like a boss. Trench raid time. Trenches exist. Germany and Britain. There's enough goofy gas for everyone. Soviet ice hockey team dies in a plane crash. Vasily Stalin. What plane crash? There was never a plane crash. Britain in British history books. Britain in American history books. Britain in Indian history books. Britain in Hong Kong history books. fighting on this side will result in us losing the war. Hey, what are you looking? Weather, just checking the weather. France exists. Germany, you talking mad shit for someone in World War distance. Okay, class, epidemiology is now a school subject, so it's time to get historical. Let's start with an example. Who wants to go first? Jose, get up here. What was the parasite that caused the Irish potato famine? The English. 500k plus people who wanna raid Area 51 when they find out how 300 Spartans held off 200k Persians at the hot gates. Incans who survived the Spanish invasion. I can see that you're only interested in the exceptionally rare Britain after taking over 1/4 of the world and causing massive religious and ethnic conflicts. What can I say except you're welcome? Revolutionaries, down with the monarchy. Napoleon, down with the monarchy. Revolutionaries, long live the republic. Napoleon, long live the empire. Revolutionaries, what? Napoleon. Yugoslavia, or La, cultural differences are irrelevant under Tito. Tito dies. Slovenia, Kosovo, Croatia, Macedonia, Serbia, Bosnia. Cowabunga it is, when you are a third world country in the 60s and 70s. I'm inevitable. Nuclear holocaust. Veli Arkhipov. Everyone. Polish-Lithuanian soldiers not being paid during the war against Sweden. Chodkiewicz paying them with his own money. History enthusiasts talking about the brutal reality of life under communism in Russia. The reality of life in Russia before communism. The British Museum. Sorry for taking your historical artifacts. It will happen again. Not holy. I was crowned by the Pope, nor Roman. Many emperors weren't ethnically Latin. The church is Rome's successor, nor an empire. We owned everything from France to Italy. You don't know how US military figured out the effect of radiation poisoning from an atomic bomb explosion at different distances. You freaking know now. When you are enjoying your meat dish in ancient Japan and suddenly spot some Buddhist monks coming your way. First Italo-Ethiopian War. 19th century historians, the white marble signifies the purity of the subject. The subject, dude, more indigo, show the mime rich AF.